Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
You took your time.
I'm a busy man, mate.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mate, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it, then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't. That was his dream for me. That one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause. But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work. I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
Well, well, well. It's sick at sea now. All right. I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you. First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need, and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
Where to start? Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again. Drawing on the deck in...
Oh, bother. Whatever am I to do now, Clive?
About what?
I've 2 dresses that need stitching, but I haven't got a scrap of linen. Those girls' rags are so threadbare. It's a wonder they don't fall to pieces. And we most certainly cannot have that. A certain amount of decorum must be maintained, even here at the Hideaway. You wouldn't want the poor things going without decent clothes now, would you?
Of course not. What can I do to help?
Oh, aren't you a dear? You see, I've paid for 2 bolts of cloth from the drapers in Northreach, blue and red. But they don't deliver, not to places that aren't on the map anyway, so I'll need someone to take this receipt and collect them.
And you'd have this someone be me.
I would. And don't let them fob you off with anything less than what I paid for. 1 bolt of blue and 1 of red. I expect them both.
But we've no coin.
Here, what's everyone whispering about? Haven't you heard? Mid's back. Faster!
can walk from here. Let's hope the draper has Hortense's cloth.
The granaries are almost empty. If you're looking to partake in the meadow's bounty...
You'll not find a bruised fresh cut.
All anyone ever wants anymore is great.
How the hell is anyone supposed to...
Things would have been different.
Welcome, welcome. Come back again. Might I interest you in some swansdown? Perhaps some seersucker or herringbone?
Just some linen. 2 bolts. Already paid for in full.
Apologies, my lord, but your items aren't here. They were due to arrive on a caravan from Bocklad, but there's been little traffic on the road these past few days. My mother thinks it might be bandits, but she always thinks it's bandits.
It usually is. So I assume the caravan will be coming from the south.
Yes, hopefully carrying all manner of spice and sundries. Wait, you aren't thinking of...
Going to find it. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Oh, well then, be safe.
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
That damn bird's a menace.
She meant nothing by it.
Straight home now.
Who's gonna buy my wares now? State your animals left them in.
But they're hardly damaged at all.
Is there something wrong?
If you're a bandit come to steal my stuff, you're gonna be sorely disappointed. And all thanks to this fool.
But it was you who stepped into my path.
Only after that feather-brain trampled me. I demand recompense, be it in coin or the items you carry. Refuse, and I shall report you to the garrison and see you hanged.
These goods are expected in Northreach. I mean, they're not mine to give away.
You wouldn't happen to be on your way from Bocklad, would you?
I am, but did someone from the market send you? Please, you have to help me. I can pay whatever you ask.
So the fool has protection. And coin, too. Sorry, friend, but we'll be the ones taking it. Oi! Killer! It's time to collect.
I told you not to call me that. And we'd have already collected if you hadn't insisted we'd put on this little act.
Bandits!
As I told one of your customers, it usually is. Let's get this over with.
I'll deal with the bird lover. You take the handsome one, killer.
Stop calling me that! Finished.
All right. You made your point. Killer my ass.
Did he hurt you?
No, thankfully. He seemed intent on letting the bandit do his dirty work for him, and he would have succeeded had the great lender not sent you. My shipment is safe, and my livelihood with it. You must allow me to reward you.
We can speak of that once you're safe in Northreach. I'll accompany you there.
So you and my mother were right. It is always bandits.
And we're buying your order back from them at twice the price. Now, if you don't mind, I have a pressing appointment at the Vale before my return to Boklad. Farewell.
Oh, I almost forgot. I suppose you'll be wanting your linen. You'll be happy to safely along with the rest of the delivery. I've also added a few extra lengths of our finest fabrics to the bundle. Free of charge.
Are you sure?
My mother would insist. It's the least we can do for the man who saved our shipment.
That's that done then. Now it's back to Hortense with her cloth.
Jill looked white as a sheet when they brought her back. I dread to think what happened in Rosalith. Clive, sorry again for sending you all that way. But you did get my order, didn't you?
Don't worry. I have it. I believe this will more than satisfy your needs.
Let's see here. One bolt of red, one bolt of blue. What's this? I don't recall ordering any silk or velvet or... Is this gold work? Krieger's ghost. If that devilit of a draper expects me to pay for these...
You needn't worry on that score, Hortense. They were a gift. For services rendered. I can always return them if you like.
Oh, no. Oh, there's no need to be hasty now, Clive. I'm sure I can put all three to good use. Speaking of which one's most to your liking?
I don't know. This one, I suppose.
I've a mind to give a piece to Jill. Did you know she's quite the little seamstress?
I know needlecraft was amongst her lessons at the castle.
Her lessons? Oh, that's right. The two of you were raised together in Rosalith, weren't you?
Not quite together, but when my father put down the uprising in the Northern Territories, Jill was taken as a ward to ensure that her father, the Silvermane, would keep the peace.
She's an honest-to-goodness princess then, isn't she? I could tell, you know. Some people just have that air about them. Not many round here, mind. I'd offered to sew her something that might better suit her station. But she'd most likely turn me down, as she always does. Tell me not to waste the fabric when it's better used on the children.
Don't take it the wrong way. She certainly seems to be attached to the last outfit you made her.
Oh, sometimes I think she never takes it off.
Or perhaps she'll make something for herself with your gift. Either way, I'm sure she won't turn it down.
We'll see, I suppose.
Lady Hortense said she'd give us our dresses soon.
Tricks again.
It's all right.
Look like?
I have a commission for you. From Mid. She requires certain tools. Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. What's she planning to build with this stuff, An airship. I'll see what I can do. Tell her I'll bring them over when I'm done.
My thanks. And Mid's, no doubt.
Oh, Maeve knows how to brew a bitter, all right.
I didn't take you for a scholarly van.
Oh, this? Well, it's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. See, where's your sense of it from spit roasts to sweet...
If it's my bless...
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid, but you're made of...
Something tells me you won't be...
Fan!
So...
the only... A beast.
Does the book say anything?
Well, only that...
Right, one of the butchers... Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other, don't we?
Ah, welcome. Time...
Unwanted violets. If you have them.
Why, I haven't heard, folk. You're looking for scorpion tails. Unwanted violets is what folk used to call them back. Used to chuck them in the pot when, and even if they were.
Do the scorpions...
I dare say they do. 3 reeds would be your...
Thank you.
Stay sharp.
The standard's down.
Not here. Good girl. Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against. This one. Get him. Get him! This one! I better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad. Or any worse, at least.
Jill looked white as a sheet.
Oh, Maeve
It's
knows
back
how
from
to
Canberra,
broke us
I
all
hear.
right.
Did you find our mystery ingredient?
I did indeed.
Marvellous! Let's see. What am I supposed to do with this? It's poisonous, surely.
You wouldn't be wrong. But that's your unwanted violet.
Into the pot it goes, I suppose. Wait here. I won't be long. I present Chance's Stew, risen once again from the ashes of obscurity. Grab a spoon, Sid. Let's eat while it's hot.
I'm, not hungry.
Well, it'll be too late once I've licked the bowl clean. Your loss. Odin's teeth. What the salt on the senses. It's like choking on swamp water. And yet, up through the pungency, there rise complex, meaty notes. It takes a moment to recover from such an onslaught of flavours, but never have I tasted anything so fine. Thank you, Sid. Thank you.
You're, welcome.
I must share this gift. I won't rest until a steaming bowl of Chance's stew sits before everyone in the hideaway. A single mouthful, and Molly will be breeding scorpions of her own.
I'm sure she will.
Was wondering where you got to. Mid's back from Canva. Have you seen her?
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and ask me to buy her some materials. Here's the list. Think you can find everything on...
A trader if I couldn't.
Excellent. As for payment...
It's paid. 100 times over by what that girl's done for us. If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water, and that would have drained the life out of us long ago.
Indeed it would.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when it comes in.
Thank you, Karen. That just leaves the carpenter. Let's see if Bardolph's available.
Jill looked white as a sheet when he
Do with a good oiling, this could.
Should be enough to keep us going. How do, Master...
Bardolph. Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom. And she needs... So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss, however But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have. It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about, the one over at Martha's?
That's right. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him.
Clive, what brings you to...
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends.
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find...
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mate. Far as I know, he's...
I'll look for him there, then.
Stay sharp.
The standard's down.
Not here.
Stay sharp. Don't know when those bastards will be back.
But we do know one thing. They'll be getting a...
Thank you for sticking with us.
It'll take ages to tidy up this stuff.
This is no time to ride. Ambrosia won't help me. Here. This might take a while. No need to ride from here.
She had a man of Grieger mopping their house.
Please, teach me how to fight.
Right.
We're still here on my ship.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
Hi. If it ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now? Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats and... If Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I.
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. But I came up here hoping to visit. Hey? But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with...
It's the least I can... This shouldn't take long. Nice try. This one. All yours, Morgul. This one. Nice try. Over here. This one. That should do it.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son.
How long is it since the village...
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and... Must be nigh on a decade. Oh, it may as well have been a century, looking at the place.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, I'll meet you there.
That should take care of Mid's little list.
little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest? From what I heard.
All right, Clive. You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard.
That's brilliant.
Is there...
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all... So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Ah, Clive.
Talia.
Recovering, but she's...
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something...
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He must have found something. You have the look of a man with the twins upon his...
Talia has tasked me with removing... I don't think... I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. Is it real?
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals, and we must lift. The operation may be dangerous.
I know. But griping about my lot...
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a drop. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we...
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go. No one knows Herblord like Talia, and she swears by them. Unfortunately for you, I do.
The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs.
This one.
This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one. Be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it. And more.
You'll do fine. Talia trusts you.
Thank you. I'm sorry. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's one, ilk, and even success. I became a physiker to help.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives. They toil in the shadows. And yet we never won for volunteers.
Conviction?
They're willing. I know.
It's thank you.
Here, what's everyone whispering about?
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of Cursebreakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they were moving in for their assault when a Cursebreaker managed to release a Stolas amid the confusion. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing. I can't help but...
They know the work is dangerous.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this. But I never really thought how my words might affect them.
I'll go and find them.
Thank you, Sid. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie.
That should be enough to go on. If they would...
Slavers don't even...
Cole, I'm glad you're...
Just about. Sid, if you don't mind me...
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The hideaway should have learned...
Well, I'm here now. And...
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's carriage rather... I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state to protect those...
You made the right decision.
The goblins may still be...
You have duties to attend to here. See to the...
All right. Just follow, and please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bearers, the poor...
I won't let that happen.
Thank you.
Don't thank me just yet. They're trying to get into the carriage. This one. This one. Over here. Nice try.
Get him!
Who are you? A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door...
Why should we run?
Perhaps. But wait, freedom, safety, the life you've been denied.
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't to...
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second.
Fine.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get everyone...
Thank you.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Sid, welcome back. If I'd just waited a little, or maybe I wouldn't.
Cole and the others got home safely.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver from... What kind of leader sends people into danger? I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to be wary.
We swore the same oath.
It's good to see you safe and well.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you command. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony...
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole, I never thank you for your faith in me. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside... I'm a Cursebreaker.
You will.
Jill looked white as a sheet when they brought her.
It's all right.
right. Sid has nothing to fear from her.
Where did you get him? Like, in the first place?
My father brought him back. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and... seeing...
What do you reckon, Torms?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other...
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a Frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal!
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
Isn't it brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them. Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
I think I'll wait till Midsole Ways to do it.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circle. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in... If only we knew for certain by what route he left.
Well, if anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait.
What?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron?
Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favourite uncle is here!
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
prepare for battle. But sire... Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
The little ones have been up to their old... It's just one thing after another around here.
Ah, my dear nephew.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most... As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most, which is why I came. To learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith.
I was.
Then I have questions for you.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffer.
2,000?
And I'm afraid that
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive...
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that they've come here and I'll show... It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waludas. Now I think about it. There was something a little strange about the ship's ice. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their...
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield, and you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to...
Allow me to accompany you. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy.
Mid's finished outfitting her little workshop, I hear.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to.
The Lancer and the Fang are all Kupka's put. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the...
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's. And only Sid's. All I know is the name. And we've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into...
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle?
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come! I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands. Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Who do you think those soldiers were? Sam.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. A quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehere. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils. Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Take it! Try it.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
For your trouble.
Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive? What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Rawlers said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force.
By guile, then.
Rosina Dalamil. But how will we find her?
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil.
That would certainly help to narrow the search.
And that's exactly what...
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Well, it's not like we've got a reason to.
Light it, for Gilbert's sake!
Anything I can help? Allow me. My good man, we represent one. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of...
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our...
Thank you. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of...
No.
Well...
Good day, my lord. Fare you well.
The gate is closed. By order of 1,000 gil for a measly bunch of gazelle creams.
What do you want? Can't you...
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil.
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town...
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy. The owner's only a young sprig. But he's...
The Briar's Kiss, you say?
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal. How many times do I have to do?
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of a long-standing pillar of your community.
Then you should ask Fur. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in. Try the baths.
Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furder knows.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your door.
Excuse me.
I am.
I hope so. You've lived here for some... Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some...
And what business do you...
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to...
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange...
Silver platters!
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing...
I beg your pardon.
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Over here! Go, Tor!
Get him!
Over here!
It's over! Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Ferda?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with a blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the men of the Rock and collect...
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. The most fragrant herbs.
The finest fabric.
Is this the place?
Ubo's Forge.
So much for Rosina Dalamil being a...
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years... Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of...
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Ferda told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you... So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff!
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man... 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil. Excuse me.
You've heard that?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thief, pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stone. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last and it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them.
A deposit?
Night meat and dark, fresh from the grill. Get it while it's hot. You wouldn't believe how much he gave me. What can I do for you, soldier?
I'm not a soldier.
Oh, then be off with you. I serve the men of...
You have...
Don't be stupid. I just know which side I don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. No, just leave, will you?
Kneaded to a silken softness.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake. The soldiers guarding the mother crystal and the shipments need a place to... The men of the rock throw their money about like...
Is that so? I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
What was all that crashing and banging about?
Why is the tavern shut?
It's you. The one who... What do you want? Haven't you...
I'm looking for my pal.
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's at...
Thank you.
Let me treat you.
I need a drink.
Huh?
Will this suffice?
By the sands. That's a black...
One of the many treasures in my collection that I...
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle? Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden, but my uncharacteristic indiscretion. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystallized sword if...
So the pearl was your...
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only... a small price to pay for admittance. But enough about my little act of subterfuge.
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being... Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending... I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then. Just and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke.
Ha! That preening popinja. It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon... Corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Let me treat you.
Of course.
I need a drink.
Fucking men of the wrong.
$1,000 gil for a measly...
Look at the sweet incense. What candle? Light it for Gilbert's sake.
Why is the tavern shut?
I'll take it from here. I was beginning to think you weren't coming. All the silver and stones I could...
You brought the whole 500
That was the price we agreed upon, yes?
Of course.
Not bad at all. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be...
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Rep. You're buying from them.
And we have no more but we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of...
Royalists, eh?
Why? To collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are... And, being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion, and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that?
My lord!
Double-crossing dogs! Kill them! Kill them both!
It's not over yet, Uncle!
Good! I'm just getting warmed up!
This over here!
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage.
Greybeard, you were magnificent. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but...
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's soul. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade him.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking
Well, indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Coop. Until you two. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting. It occurs to me that I still don't know your... so well, Clive. You held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed, and those left behind have been encouraged to...
Thank you. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust?
Oh,
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield.
No. Thank you.
Double the...
Here. Where... Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, tell them that Rosina Dalamit...
Umialos delan. Tuisakelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey.
Thank you.
Not at all.
Come on, Uncle.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpets
Take a sniff, good sir. Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Won't you?
Everything I've worked for.
No matter how...
All those years of...
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. On second thought, perhaps you are...
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business. The baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the I've no doubt that my woes... But I can't go and investigate for fear of my... I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you.
All right.
Wonderful. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of these baths are all the... My livelihood, my very life...
Hanging lantern!
Hey, they've opened the gate!
Lubor was true to his word.
We should get going soon.
What do you want? Directions? Either take this road to the Fang.
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglect. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo
Just then, allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled. Talmeki and Walud are allies, and as you have seen, but no nation has ever before allowed a foreign...
Not by choice.
And there's more. My man on the inside of the Fang has failed. I fear there may be more trouble lying in... If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mine. I've lost one Sid already.
I don't plan on dying.
Well, so long.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
Come on, girl, the gate's open now.
What the hell are those things?
explains the heat.
Orgle, kill! This one. Second. Over here. Over here!
The frying pan.
Over here! This one! Go for it! Get him! Over here! There's more! Over here!
That's cooled things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
Come on, girl, the gates.
We should get going soon.
There he is. The man who's... I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The baths grow more bearable by the moment.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you...
Not what I expected.
You tell her fines. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame. But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck...
Plates and pots!
Needed to a
Light, neat and
silken
dark.
softness. It would make us
The finest fabrics, fresh from the...
You even forged a butter knife. Perhaps...
I wouldn't put it past.
Oh, sorry. I'm Sava, Master Luba's soon-to-be former apprentice if I don't pass. People are buying up weapons fast. He wants me to make a... I don't suppose you...
I'm afraid not.
Never mind.
I could give you a... I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been.
I'd be a...
So?
Good question. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be... We need information.
You're right. But now, there's plenty of folk in Dallin. There's the butcher, of course, and they're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of the... All right. I'll talk to every cook I can find.
All right.
Let's hope that someone says...
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I better get to it.
My carpets have
The most fragrant herbs and spices from the breadth of the...
Welcome, sir.
A question. I need to know what makes a good...
You a blacksmith or something?
Something.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block.
So a knife that stays sharp.
Incense. What?
Finally, we'll be able to get what's owed us.
What is it?
Sorry.
Hunter?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving?
Oh. Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle. Your knife snaps every time you use it. You'll be spending coin as fast as you make it.
Thank you.
All business, eh?
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Silver platters, made from the stoutest stoneware.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Yes, they're quite
The
soft.
finest fabrics!
So, you learn anything useful, or...?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp.
All the cook said was that he needs too heavy, and they do...
So we're no better off than when we start. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his... That can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to... No. We must be missing something.
No doubt you're right. I have to make a start soon.
Agreed.
Right. I've been trained to work... Trouble is, meaning someone is going to be
Is there no one else you can turn to?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. A merchant. A favourite of Forge Master Lubor. I bet she'd know...
This is no good.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
Get out of the heat.
The men of the rock are carting off our crystals for themselves?
The finest
The most fragrant herbs. Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Plates and pots!
Sweet incense! What?
Well, we can make our way back to the Fang now, at least.
We should get going soon.
Come on, girl, the gate's open.
Is Drake's Fang.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Just alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know? Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
I'm coming for you, Kupka.
Fuck! What have they start? What has that gutter rat done to me? Out of my sight, witch! I'll kill you, Rossfield! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead!
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust!
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
Do you see, Hugo? You are weak.
Fuck!
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do? Please, I'll do anything. Just tell me.
The heart.
What of it?
A Mother Crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo? Clive Rossfield stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon. Like Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did. Benedicta. Benedict. I'll do it. My love. I'll avenge you.
Run along now, Hugo. You need only follow the light. Muthos is here. Very well, it shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
Royalists bring them from Ash? Are the Beastmen part of the Waluda army now? How the hell did that happen? Spotted us.
Get him! Over here!
Taken over the entire mine.
Get him!
Too slow. So much for the men of the Rock. Dalmekia's finest.
Go!
This must be the way out.
This one.
Sneaking past this one. How did it get in here?
Get him!
Flames. Come on, Torgal. Kupka never did do things by halves. As if taking the Mother Crystal for his own wasn't enough. He had to build his castle in it.
Let the trial begin.
What the hell?
With me, Torgal. This one. Go, Torgal. Get him!
Seems we're expected.
So this is the power of Muthos.
Did the orcs do this too? What the hell is going on? Are these things here for me? Or for him? First orcs, now these nightmares. Is this your doing, Ultima?
This one.
You've been busy, Kupka. But where did you go? The heart. He's in the sanctuary. I can feel it. Come on, Torgal. Just what I needed. It's over.
Over here!
Let's try.
This one. Get him. Throw Torgal. Get him. Now Torgal. Attack. Throw Torgal.
That had better be the last of them.
Benedicta, my everything. I've missed you so much. Kuka! I swear to you, my love, we will never be parted again.
What's wrong with him?
You got away from her. Benedicta!
this before. You can do it again. Let the flames burn within you. No. Let them burn without. Come to me, Ifrit!
So could I!
Let's give this a try.
Your soul is tainted with worthless human will, yet your thirst for power remains undiminished. With every sip you take, you grow in strength, and soon you shall achieve perfection.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will accept us, Mythos. It is inevitable. You were created for this purpose, and you shall serve it.
Never!
Fight it, Clyde! Don't let him in!
Consciousness. We see now. Human will is so insubstantial it cannot exist in isolation. You mitigate its weakness by interweaving it with your consciousness. We believed we had merely to purge you of your will to claim our vessel. It appears we first have to sever every thread of the consciousness that supports it. No matter. The time to build a new world is not yet upon us. We will contemplate.
Thank you, Joshua.
One can no more command the power of ether by drowning in its flood than one can constrain the tides by standing in the sea. I had thought Hugo wiser than this, but it seems his head was full of rocks after all.
Titan was strong.
Your Majesty.
But Mythos is stronger. For 5 years, that man lived only for revenge. Clinging fast to a fiction, even as it swept him into the abyss. One cannot change one's nature through force of will alone. Only the Almighty can do that.
Hugo Kupka, the man who gave his life for a woman's head. A fool like all the rest.
That the death of a mother crystal should be so beautiful.
Some medicine, my lord? I have salves, potions, anything you need.
Stop bothering me, urchin, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
You must consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep the Dalmex at bay, you may trust in your dragoons. I beg you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin. For now, the Dalmex suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable. But more than that, Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope. Forgive me, Terence. Would that you were my master. But alas.
I will always be your loyal servant.
Should the Council's brazen maneuvering prompt the Republic to tear up their own treaty and launch a new assault, our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the Central Isles, but not in time to prevent their forces from breaching the southern defenses and storming Twinside. And so the capital would become a battlefield. Thousands of innocents would die. I cannot allow that to happen.
There is one small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
Would that I could avoid doing battle at all.
1,000 pardons, Your Highness.
What is it?
Olivier has been made Emperor. What is the meaning of this? My father's orders. What were they? Quickly!
Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that Your Highness maintain position here and...
Ah! Terence.
Yes, my prince.
I must go to the palace.
I'll ready your steed.
What is it now?
Forgive the intrusion, Your Highness.
I know you.
At ease.
We stand in the presence of the Phoenix. You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. Though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
How many years has it been since the Remembrance ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead. Do I address a ghost?
Many have told me that I look like one. But no. I'm alive. Just. Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
I'd better give Otto the good news.
Walkways need patching up. Give me 50 good boards, 8 span each.
Clive, you're back.
I am.
And well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fuck. I expect that was your doing as well.
It's
one for the history.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto, any what?
Shouldn't you be putting your feet?
Thank you.
It's good to have you back. I was worried.
The con-
May.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting the scent of...
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, as did his men. Orcs, Vivian. The Waluders must have ferried them over from Ash. Why work to rescue Kupka, only to invade his home? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind? One can often be led astray by foot. One must instead see the bigger... The Kingdom of Walud claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Walud shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Walud? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waluda standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end. I know only that it is part of some broader
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. Well, not. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. The wounds he left that night are still raw. Especially for those who lived with Sid. Consider it the price.
I've never known you to be...
What can I say?
I suppose we are.